Alrighty guys, hey, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. This is Scrotitus and we are going to be working with our cows again. We are just outside of our village at Rancho del Village Deserto. I don't know, we don't have a name for it, but it's the ranch right outside in the desert. And last time we were here, it's actually been a while, but we worked and we implemented this movable fence and cow dropper. Basically, the fence drops. We lure the cows over with some wheats. We say, here, chicky, chicky, wheat, cow, cow, moo, moo. And then we push this button, or we flick that lever, and this opens up, and the cows drop down. Also supposed to have water hooked up with those, which we may get to, but I'm not worried about that right now. But today what I want to work on, the original thoughts that I had for this area have changed, and I think they've changed for the better actually. But the dropper is still going to work the way as it's intended. It's going to open up and down, and the cows are going to come down and fall down into a holding tank on this level here. See, we got that right there. So we're going to have a holding tank here, and then what we're going to need to do is have two paths. We're going to have one path that goes that way over to that side, and we're going to have one that goes along this way. And what this is going to have is holding tanks or holding cells, or I guess more accurately, breeding cells. And that's what we're going to be working on today, guys, is building the waterways and breeding cells that we're going to hold these cows in. All right, and then the next step along the way will be for the barbecue station, where we actually cook them up and get to eat them. But what we're going to be working on today, guys, like I said, is a waterway system where we're going to sort and breed our cows. Okay, we're going to do a lot of stuff with sticky pistons. We're going to need a walkway here in the middle for us. I think it's going to be a lot of fun though, so sit tight guys, we're going to get right into it right now. Alright guys, so first things first, what we need to work on is our holding tank, and I'm basically just going to knock out these blocks here and replace them with smooth brick. Or with stone brick, I guess, not smooth brick. Let's see, a cow. There's going to be water in these. So let's go ahead and put glass like this. Okay. You know what, maybe we'll do this as well, to sort of complete that look. Let's move this over one. And maybe we'll leave it like that. Maybe iron bars might look cool too. I need some dirt. I don't have any dirt on me. We're going to need a temporary platform, and I just closed off my way to get over there. Shh, don't tell anybody, guys. Kind of made a boo-boo there. That's alright. Let's get down below here. I want to do the base, or the bottom of this with wood, and then we'll get some water into it, okay? That's our base there. And last episode, guys, if you didn't tune in, we made an ice tray, and that's how I'm able to have all these ice blocks here, which is really, really cool. What that's going to be able to allow me to do. I should have done them with half slabs. That's alright. I'm going to go ahead and half slab a walkway here, I need access over there. That's gonna have to change, but that's alright. We're just sort of getting a feeling here. Let's make a couple more real quick. Yeah, so I made an ice tray so we have abundance. If it is running on full operation, it is able to produce 2 full stacks of ice when you're there. So That's pretty cool. But what we're going to be using this for today is water. And what's cool about carrying ice for water is, you know, water buckets don't stack. So if you have 12 water buckets, you're taking up 4 spots. Whereas ice does stack, and it stacks up to 20 or 64. So we've got a nice big old stack. You can carry up to 64 essential water source blocks, and it only takes up 1 block. So what I want to do here is I want to force cows either to this corner and to this corner. And to do that, I think we can do it like so. So I'm a cow and I fall in and I'm here. Or I'm a cow and I fall in and I'm here. So we want to separate them that way at first if possible. I think that should work. Okay, so that's the first plan, and that's just our holding tank. Now next we need operated doors here, and to do that we're going to use our sticky pistons, of course. We're going to have this block here and this block here. So it's going to be this one, and that's going to be hard to get that facing the right way, isn't it? It's going to be hard to get both of them to face the right way, actually. Let me go ahead and take care of that. Alright, guys, now I'm down below here, and I think it's definitely clear that we're gonna have to dig down further, that we don't have enough space. We may. It remains to be seen still. But what we've got going on here is we're gonna have a waterway that goes this way and one that comes off this way. And we've got these pistons lined up so that you gotta imagine this as contracted, so that block is actually down there and the water would be flowing freely this way. So let's go ahead and, you know what, I think we're just gonna do it in wood like that, and then above that we'll do our glass, and then the same on this side. And this is gonna probably run the width of not the width, the length. It's going to be pretty close, actually, because we want to be efficient. Now, I haven't designed these things 100% yet. I've got a pretty good idea how we want to do this, but I don't have it, like I said, 100% figured out. So it's going to be a sort of a trial and error process before we get it all nailed out. But I just want to get sort of the look and feel of the room first. Okay, there's that, and then we can go off of this for the time being. What we're gonna want to do. Alright, guys, so I decided to go ahead and skip ahead a little bit, and this is where we have gotten so far. Just trying to get an idea of how these waterways are gonna work. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one still might be a little too long. I'm not sure. We probably aren't going to end up taking them all the way to the end either. But this is what we've got so far, guys. And actually, you know what? We might take them all the way down here and then put the barbecuing station back down here even. That could work for a possibility. Let's take a look at what things look like down here. I haven't really done much of anything other than lay out some... Oh! Didn't realize that was there. Haven't really done anything, like I was saying, other than lay out some sort of generic waterways here. Let's go ahead and block this off the rest of the way. Done. Okay. And we can even enclose that. I don't think I need in there. We'll leave this front part open. So yeah, water's going to be a little tricky, but this is kind of what we've got. We've got the 2 sticky pistons set up on either side, and this is going to be actually enclosed, I believe. No, dang it. Don't want to waste any glass unless we have to. Is that? No, that's not it. There. That, and let's get 3 there. Alright. Actually, should be able to do this. I may replace that with some iron bars. That might look cooler. But for the time being, then they're not going to be able to get out of either side. We'll come. This is going to have to remain open as a walkway. And I'll come over and I'll flick a switch here. That'll push that down, and the water will flow out. Or over here, we'll have a switch somewhere in this area that'll drop that, and the water will flow out. So I can go ahead and work on that, and then we'll see where we are in terms of our actual breeding stations, which is going to be a little bit of work as well. Just to get the idea. Let's see if we can mock one up here real quick, okay? So let's say a cow is going to come down. Like that. That should actually be glass. There, like that. Okay, and let's say that this is our first station here. So we're gonna have walls where they're gonna come down into. Actually, it's gonna have to be a 2 deep drop where they're gonna sit like this. So they come down in here. We have 2 blocks like that. I think we do this. And then we do glass around the front. Like that, maybe? Or then we have the rewards. Nope, they're not going to go through there. Well, okay. Let me just walk you through my thought process here, okay? So I'm a cow, and I'm floating down, and this isn't going to be here. And I'm floating down, and my first option is gonna be to come into here. Okay, so do I have my silk touch? I do. I'm going to come down, and I'm going to say, ooh, I'm going to go in there. Okay, so then I'm going to drop down in. That's going to have to be a block there. I'm going to drop down in, and then there's going to be a second one drop down in, and then I breed them both in here, and there's going to be a waterway here. Okay, pushing them, and they're jumping, and they say moo, 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 and then the baby's born, and it pops out in the front. Okay, that works. What happens out here then is we have to decide what we want to do with the baby. If we want to try to kill it here and just pass along the beef, or if we want to actually send the baby cows into another holding area to where they'll be murdered. I mean, slaughtered. There's really not a humane way of saying that, is there? That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm going to have to mock up some better diagrams of this, though. It's the basic idea, but it's not working out in my head. I mean, looks-wise, that kind of actually looks like that would work. But beef's not getting out, so I'm thinking that's the first thing. That's going to have to come one further out. We're going to have that out one further. We're out of glass, so we're going to have to make some more. So we're going to have this come out. Big cows are in there. Come down. Little cow there. How do we get the beef out, though? We'll have to work on some things, guys. But that's the basic idea. I want to have at least 2 of these on either side. So 1, 2, probably 3 on that side. There's actually some more room to work on that side. We may be able to squeeze 3 on this side. No, we'll do 2 on that side, 3 on this side, and then I'm thinking a trench back this way to our barbecue stand. And then we also need to figure out how we're going to interact with the cows when they're up here, because we need to have levers for while they're in here, which so touch. This should be block as well. Okay, that looks better. And then I also need to be able to come up here. And actually, I'll probably, if the water can just come out of this, that would be optimal, because then I can just use this to come and feed them. But then they might be able to get out too. This may have to drop one more. I don't know. We'll have to see, guys. I mean, it's going to be trial and error. We're going to have to try it with the cows in here. But that's the basic idea. So I'm actually going to try to perfect this and see what we come up with, all right? No, guys, this is not a flashback. We're just checking back in with you. We got some good work done here. One being, we put some trapdoors in, because if we worked through the night, we actually had a surprise creeper visit, which is never fun. So that was something that needed done that I went ahead and took care of. So let's go check out some of our work, guys. You know what? Let's give it a bird's eye view look first. Oh, you know what? Can't see it real well. Let's go ahead and go down and check it out. Here we go. So first all is our containment tank, and as you can see, I was testing it, and it does in fact hold cows, and it's actually pushing to the one corner that we designated, one or two corners we wanted them to be held in. So that is a success. We've got a retainer wall here with just a trapdoor, which will hold back any loose cows. Now, one thing that I said earlier that I need to revise is the fact that I was going to use waterways up here, and that actually is not the case now. I thought about it, and it's just a lot easier just to get out the good old handy dandy piece of wheat and lead these puppies along like that. So that's what we're going to be doing with that. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of it before we focus in on what our breeding cells actually look like. Alright, we've got pressure pads here, which are going to help move these blocks up and down one at a time, triggered by myself stepping on them once and then luring the cow out with the wheat, and they'll step on it the second time, closing it behind them, hopefully only bringing out one cow at a time. That's our goal. So we'll bring them down this way or around that way, one at a time, like I said, hopefully, and we'll come to our breeding cell. Okay, now I have ladders here. Obviously cows can't climb ladders, but I can, and the purpose of that is I'll stand on top of here with the wheat, hopefully luring them close enough to these drop tanks that I can then drop and push them down into. Now it's just a one wide cell that's going to hold two cows that I'll then breed, and their offspring will be born in there as well. So let's look at it from below. You'll see there's clear block, glass blocks here, but we have full blocks here, here, and most importantly right there. I'm actually borrowing a build of Doc M77's. He built what was called a suffocator, but that was only useful for 1.5 updates, so we're gonna have to wait to actually see the production of this work once that update comes out. But let's give you another look from down here what we got going on. So up here we'll have the two cows, and they'll be bouncing around, and then ideally what happens is the offspring is born and then is shot out into this section where they'll remain until they grow up. So once that offspring or baby cow is down here, it will grow, mature into an adult, which will then stand up tall and suffocate and die. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Now the key here being that they're standing on iron bars, which is not a full block. Their drop is then pushed to the end by this water source and dropped down here to where it will be sent along its merry way. And as you see, we're taking advantage of those ice blocks that we used last time. largely because then we can remain this at one even level, and I don't have any signs. But then with the use of signs, we can stop the water current and then start a new one and just scoot the items right along to what's going to be our barbecue station down here. Now, these breeding cells are going to take up all the space here. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, probably 4 on this side, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, which is going to enable us to have 9 breeding cells, 9 calves born at a time, and it's going to take 18 cows to fill. So that being said, I want to talk about one other thing, which is why this won't work. Sorry about that, guys. I had to excuse myself. I was choking myself up. So anyway, 1.5 is going to fix what I've considered a big flaw in the game, and that is the collision box of baby cows. Right now, they have the same collision as a full-grown cow, which is 1.5 blocks, which, as currently set up, prevents them from being pushed into this area. 1.5 is going to be shrinking their collisions areas to, I believe, 1 block. It may be smaller even, I'm not sure, but that's going to allow them to be pushed into this small containment area, which then, once they grow to a full cow size, they'll begin to suffocate and die. So that's the big news with 1.5. I want to show you guys how we go about building this containment cell. So let me go ahead and do one. You know what? Maybe I'll just do the one right next to it. Sounds like a good idea, right? We're going to need these. We're going to need this. And we're going to need this. No redstone whatsoever. So you see, we just take that up on both sides. And I believe this also comes down too. And then we have, there's our glass. There's our glass. Got our glass. 1, 2, 1, 2. Wait a second. How did I do this side? Right. That's the block. Right, okay. Fences. Oh, we don't have any fences. Let's go ahead and build a fence real quick. Okay, so I thought we had everything, but I needed these cobble walls. So those are built there just to give it some... There's a suffocation block. Now we need a glass block in front, and that's how we do that. We also need another iron block here for the calf to stand on. Is that not low enough? Or do I have... Oh, okay. So this is where they stand. There. We have 2 more down like so. And we've been making good use of our ice blocks. That's gonna oh wait, that's not right. That goes up there, silly. Okay, and then we have one of those there that we break, and one here that we break. I don't think it's necessary to have ice under here. We can if we want to, and we may come back. But just this center chute is all that I really need the ice for, so that it remains on the same level. And then we got some finishing touches to do up top. So let's get to those up there. Okay, so from the top, this is what we're looking at, guys. We're going to need to remove that block that's there. And we need our fence post, or our ladders. They go on either side like this. And then you climb up. Do we have? Yes, we do. Half slabs, which we have one more piece of glass, and then basically just surround that with half slabs. And that's your build, guys. If we wanted to, we could even go as far as to probably connect these in the middle but I want to leave it open, and it kind of gives it a neat look and feel. But that's our breeding cell, guys. Breeding slash, we'll just call it the breeding cells. But we may do some things, maybe do some colored wool, some numbering. We'll do system stations. I don't know, something to mix things up a little bit. Get that out of the way. Put that there. We're gonna need these on these. I got a lot more work to do to fill out the rest of them, but that's pretty much the idea of what we're doing. Let me go ahead and get another cow down here, and I will give you an example of how this is going to work, all right? So first things first, well, you know what? I might just go ahead. Yeah, we'll double time this for you guys. Alright guys, so we got some down, we fixed some of the damage, but case in point why we got the trapdoors put in. So, let's check out here, what do we got? We've got, oh, we got a whole bunch, perfect, okay. So, let's test out our breeding facility. First, our sorter. Step on it once, one cow comes through, perfect. Oh, two cows come through. Whoa, 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 back up. Back up. Come on, guys. One at a time. You guys coming? Come on. Alright, we got them both in there. Needless to say, that was only slightly painful. But now that they're in there, what you do is you just pop them with some wheat, and they should be breeding. Yep, they bred. Now, let's get this guy into a cell too, just because we've got two and we don't want them wandering around. Plus, it'll be a nice test to see what happens when we log out. So, we may not need the ladders actually after all. They are a nice design feature though. Get in there. There we go. Alright, well that one was a lot easier. So yeah, let's go ahead down and check out our end result here, guys. There's our block for breeding, and there's 1, 2, 3 little cows in there. Like I said, 1-5, they'll be in there waiting for stuff oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and take care of, well, we'll kill this one, and we'll see what happens, okay? So, or you know what? Let's do it from the top real quick. I know this is probably running a little long, guys, and I apologize. I just want to show you the final closing effects of this, and then we'll wrap things up, all right? So, let's say that this was the side that we bred, and this was a mature cow in the holding tank, and he all of a sudden dies. So there goes the items right there, and they're along their merry way down to the end of the barbecue station. We'll have a hopper again, because this can't be finished until 1-5, and we will sort out the leather from the beef. Leather will go into a chest, beef will go into a furnace, we'll cook it up, ship it out, and we'll be good to go, guys. Alright, so, hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, learned some things. I'm really excited about this build. I really like the direction that it took. and I think it's going to turn out awesome once we're finished. So I want to thank you guys again for all the support you've given me these last, let's see, September, October, November. We're almost at 6 months that I've been doing this, and you guys have been great. I really appreciate it. If you like the episode and what you're seeing, let me know by throwing a like on the video, and I will see you guys all in the next episode. Bye-bye.